Magandang araw. So our last topic for P1 is relative motion of two particles using translating axis. Okay. So the lesson objectives for this topic is number one, at the end of this discussion, you will be able to study or describe the motion of particles as observed in translating frame of axis, calculate the motion of one particle as observed from a translating reference. So ano ba yung pinag-uusapan nating translating axis? Okay. So imagine this, meron tayong observer, may tao. Okay? So, yung tao na yan is nandoon sa ating fixed reference. This one, X, Y, and Z. Now, there is another man that is moving. Yung tao na ito tumatakbo. So, imagine na lang natin na yung unang tao, mag-i-eat siya ng bola. Magtuthrow siya ng bola. Okay? So, nag-throw siya ng bola. Ang gagawin naman ng ating second person, which is on the translating axis, meaning gumagalaw siya, tumatakbo siya para i-catch yung bola. Okay. Now, as an observer, nakikita natin yung motion ng ating runner or yung ating catcher. And at the same time, nakikita rin natin yung motion ng ating bola in our fixed reference frame. Now, however, in the case of our catcher, iba yung nakikita niya. Pag tiningnan niya si observer, although nakatayo lang si observer, ang pakiramdam niya, gumagalaw din si observer. May nakikita siyang velocity, gaano kabilis yung paggalaw ni observer based on his motion or based on his movement. At the same time also, itong ating catcher, nakikita rin niya yung bola at a different velocity. Kaya nakakapag-adjust siya, kailangan ko bang bilisan, kailangan ko bang bagalan. So yung nakikitang motion ng bola ng ating translating observer, ang nakikita niyang velocity ng bola is the velocity of the ball with respect to the observer. Okay? So that is a relative motion. The motion of the ball relative to the position of our observer. Now, madali lang yung topic na to. We just have to rewrite the position or relate the position using this. Yung atin daw, RB, RA, and RB over A ay i-relate natin. Si RB, ang tawag dito ay absolute velocity. Sometimes, other problem refers to as absolute or true positions. Okay? Itong dalawang ito. Ito naman, RB over A, ito yung tinatawag na relative position. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, this is the real position of the ball. Okay? And RA naman is the real position of our catcher as observed by the fixed observer. Ito yung nakikita niya. And RB over A is the position of the ball with respect to the observer A. Ganon din sa velocity. Ito yung ating absolute or true velocities at ito naman yung ating relative velocity. Okay. Si BB, that is the real velocity of the ball or the absolute velocity ng ball. Kung nag-itcha tayo ng bola, yun yung tugtuong bilis ng bola. Si VA naman, yan yung pagtakbo or paggalaw ng ating observer as observed by the fixed observer or the fixed reference point O. Si BB over A, that is the velocity of the ball with respect to our observer or translating observer. Yan yung nakikitang bilis ng bola ng ating catcher. Meron din sa acceleration but they have the similar interpretation. Yun nga lang, acceleration. Okay? Now, let's proceed with sample problems to further elaborate this topic. For sample problem number 1, ay sabi dito, a train travels at a constant speed of 60 miles per hour and crosses over a road as shown in figure 12-43A. If the automobile A is traveling at 45 miles an hour along the road, determine the magnitude and direction of the velocity of the train relative to the automobile. Now, here on this problem, our A is moving only on horizontal. Itong X and Y na to, ito yung fixed reference frame natin. Okay? Itong Y prime, X prime, ito naman yung translating reference natin. So, ang tinatanong dito ng problem is the velocity and acceleration. Determine the magnitude and direction of the velocity, the velocity of the train with respect to the automobile. Okay? So that is the velocity of the train with respect to automobile. Ito yung hinahanap natin. Again, we have a fixed reference frame and a translating frame. So itong translating, gaano kaya kabilis niyang nakikita yung train as they approach each other. So 'di ba para lang yung ano pagka nagmomotor ka, may kasalubong kang sasakyan, mukhang mas mabilis yung sasakyan pagkasalubong mo siya. Pero kung mag-o-overtake siya sa iyo at mabilis din yung takbo mo, mukha naman siyang mabagal. Okay? So, ganun din yung case nito. But, since yung ating automobile A ay nagtatraverse along an inclined plane, in this case, parang inclined plane at a 45 degree, so, we can use the rectangular component of motion to analyze this problem. Pwede natin buuin, papakita ko rin sa inyo, pwede rin naman natin paghiwalayin. So, unahin muna natin yung solution using rectangular components. Paano kapag rectangular components? So, i-breakdown lang natin yung motion natin into x component and y component. So, ganun lang. Easy. Okay. Kung ang hinahanap natin ay velocity ng train over A, dapat mauuna sa equation natin si BT. Okay? That is equal to BA plus BT over A. So, ganun lang. Una si T kasi siya yung gusto nating i-observe. Si A naman, automobile, siya yung observer natin. At this point, hinahanap yung relative motion ng train. But since X component yung hinahanap natin, lagyan natin lahat yan ng subscript. So, okay. Unahin natin si train. Ang motion ni train towards x-axis, the fixed reference is 60 miles per hour. So, this is 60 miles per hour. Next, para sa ating AX, okay, the horizontal component of this is 45 degrees. That would be 45 miles per hour cosine 45 degrees plus BT over A x component. Okay, so from here we can solve for the x component of the velocity of A, of train rather, with respect to the automobile A, and that is 60 minus 45 miles per hour cosine 45 degrees. So 60 minus 45 cosine 45, we have BT with respect to A of x, we have 28.18 miles per hour. Now let's proceed with the y component. For the y component, similar with x, ganun pa rin naman yung ating equation. So BTy is equivalent sa BAy plus the velocity of the train with respect to the automobile, and we are solving for the y component. Going back to our figure, wala tayong motion ng train vertically, so this is 0, ano? Okay? Wala tayong motion at this point, hindi naman naggagalaw yung train natin dyan. Purely horizontal yung train natin. So therefore, we can say that this is 0. And for the automobile naman, ito yung ating y component. So that is 45 sine 45. So this is 45 sine 45 degrees plus BT over A y component. So the y component of our velocity of train with respect to the automobile is negative, lilipat. We have 45 sine 45, negative ito kasi ililipat natin. So we have negative 31.819 or 82 miles per hour. So for the magnitude, that would be V square root of, this should be BT over A square root of the x component of our motion squared plus the y component of our motion squared. So this will be, we have square root of 28.18 squared plus negative 31.82 squared So that is BT over A, square root of 28.18 squared plus 31.82 squared. We have 42.50, okay, miles per hour. This is our answer for the magnitude of our velocity. As for the angle of our velocity, that would be the inverse tangent of, kung reference ng angle mo ay horizontal, ang nasa taas mo ay y, opposite. Kapag ang reference angle mo naman ay sa vertical, horizontal naman ang nasa ibabaw. Okay? So we have here the inverse tangent of 31. Huwag na nating ilagay ang negative. Malilito tayo over 28.18. So this is, we have here our angle of our velocity of the train with respect to our automobile is 48.47 degrees, and the direction, negative yung ating y component, negative yung y component, and then positive naman si x component. So ito yung nakikita natin. Baliktad si sir. So negative si y component and positive si x component. So this is our angle theta. Okay? So parang kumbaga ikaw yung observer dito sa scenario nito, habang gumagalaw siya, pakiramdam ng ating automobile, unti-unting lumalapit sa kanya yung train towards follow from this direction. Okay? So the other approach naman is yung paggamit ng vector. So in vector form tayo, katulad lang din naman nung kanina, kukunin pa rin natin yung formula na to. However, instead na hiwalay si x and y, ang mangyayari sa atin ay magkakaroon tayo ng 60 miles per hour for the train, 60i, plus 0 yung kanyang vertical component, and pagdating naman sa ating automobile, that is 45 cosine 45i plus 45 sine 45j plus BT over A. So basically, what will happen here, if we transpose the values, we have BT over A equivalent to 60 minus 45 cosine 45 I plus, or minus rather, minus ito, pag lumipat, we have minus 45 sine 45j. So, similar lang din ng kalalabas ang sagot. Okay? Kung ayaw mo nang may negative dito, may mabra. So, pwede mong gawin is, gawin mo tong plus, but dito may negative. Okay? So, the result should be the same, no? So, we can also solve this problem using trigonometry, or let's to simplify, let's call it graphical solution for now, no? So, using triangles or trigonometry. So, trigonometry. Okay. So, what we're going to do is to connect the points from our right side of equation. So, ipa-plot natin to parang forces lang din. So, paano ba yon? So, let me draw. Una, meron tayong velocity A. So, yung itong velocity A natin, or yung velocity ng automobile, which is 45. Okay? So, ilagay na lang natin, BA is 45. It is measured 45 degrees also from the horizontal. Okay? Then, the next part is yung ating train. Oopsie daisy. So, let's call this BT, which is equivalent to 60 miles per hour. Sir, sabi mo ang pagkokonikin natin ay itong nasa right side. Kasi yung ating BT over A ay ito. Nakakonect siya doon sa ating observer. Okay? So, this is our BT over A. Kagaya nung ating illustration kanina. So, nandito si observer. Okay? So, andito ngayon yung nakikita niyang train, parang ito naman yung ating fixed reference point. So, ganun niya lang yung konting illustration nito. Okay? Now, since meron tayong triangle, this is 45 degrees, this is BT over A, we can use cosine law to determine, or we can use yung mga laws ng triangle, sine law, cosine law, etc. to solve for the unknown's value. So, sabi natin, gamit tayo ng cosine law, and cosine law is defined by c squared is equivalent to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine c, where c is the angle opposite to side c. So kung ito yung side c natin, ito yung ating malaking angle c. Let's call this a and b. Okay lang na magkabaliktad sila. So this now is bt over a equivalent sa ba squared plus bt squared minus 2 BAVT cosine 45 degrees. So we can solve for BT over A. This is 45 plus 60 minus 2 times 45 times 60 cosine 45 degrees. Take note, this should be squared, no? May squared dito. And dito rin may squared. Okay? Solving for BT over A, we have the same value of 42.504 miles per hour. Okay? Since alam na natin si BT over A, we can now solve for the angle. So, ano naman yung angle na tinutukoy? So, yung angle naman natin is yung angle from the horizontal na to. Okay? So, how do we solve for this value? We can use sine law. Meron tayong angle dito, andyan yung opposite niya. Meron tayong side dito, ito yung opposite niya. So, sine law tayo. Kasi ang sabi ng sine law, yung ating daw side A, pwede ko yung i-divide sa malaking side sine A. Okay? Ganon din si sine B. Pwede ko yung i-divide rather kay sine B. At dapat they are equal. Pati si C, they should be equal. Silang tatlo. So this is A. We can call this side A. Okay? Meron tayong malaking C, maliit na C. Meron tayong maliit na A, which is side A. Meron tayong malaking A, which is yung ating angle A. We can use this part of our sine law, wherein A over sine A is equivalent to side C over sine C. Hinahanap natin si sine A. So we can say that A sine C is equivalent sa C sine A, or A is just simply the arc sine of A sine C over C, which in this problem we have A inverse of sine. Our A, according to the problem, that is 45, the velocity of our automobile, sine, our angle C is 45 degrees. So this is 45 degrees divided by our side C. Side C is yung BT over A, kakasolve lang natin, which is 42.504. So A now is we have A equivalent to 48.472 degrees. And we have the same answer as before. Okay? So yan no, pareho ng direction. Pababa din dito. So parang ang nakikita ng ating BA ay andito yun na yung train. Okay? So that's it for this problem. See you on the next. Okay, so sample problem number 2 tayo. So sabi dito, during a rainstorm, the paths of the raindrops appear to form an angle of 30 degrees with the vertical and to be directed to the left when observed from a side window of a train moving at a speed of 15 km per hour. A short time later, after the speed of the train has increased to 24 km per hour, the angle between the vertical and the paths of the raindrops appear to be 45 degrees. So if the train were stopped at an angle and with at what angle and with what velocity would the raindrops be observed to fall. So, ang hinahanap sa atin is true velocity ng rain at saka yung true angle ng rain. Okay. Unlike nung unang mga angle, yung 30 degrees measured from the vertical, 45 degrees measured from the vertical, hindi sinabi kung saan measured yung ating rain. Pero i-assume na lang din natin na these are measured from the vertical axis. So, meron tayong dalawang condition ng problem. By the way, bakit natin nasabing true velocity yung hinahanap? Kasi ang sabi ng problem, the train were stopped. So, hindi na nagta-translate yung axis. Kapag hindi na nagta-translate yung observer, ang nakukuha na natin doon ay yung true, yung absolute, or yung real velocity and angle. Okay? So, we have two condition. Yung unang condition natin, let's call that C1. Sabi ng unang condition natin, nung nagta-travel daw yung train natin at 15 km per hour, yung angle daw ng raindrops natin with respect to the train is 30 degrees measured from the vertical axis na. And then yung second condition natin is when the velocity of the train increase to 24 km per hour, yung angle na ng raindrops natin ng raindrops with respect to the train, again measured from the vertical axis, increase to 45 degrees. I-drawing muna natin para makita natin yung itsura. Assumption tayo, so nagmo-move yung train natin horizontally. This is our positive sense of x, this is our y. So our BT is here moving towards this direction, positive x. Now, assumption is yung ating rain ay nanggagaling dito. Ito yung ating rain. So, meron niyang velocity BR. Ang hinahanap sa atin, buuin natin yung arrow ng rain para hindi siya na-confusing with the angle. So, yung rain natin ay ito. And hinahanap natin ito ding angle ng rain with respect to our vertical axis na lang. Ano? Okay. So, ito yung totoong value, the true velocity of rain and the true velocity of the train. So, pwede natin gamitin yung ating relative motion formula or the relative motion concept to solve for the value or the true value of our rain and our angle of rain. Sige. So, unahin natin yung condition 1. Ang gagamitin muna natin ay yung rectangular components. So, for condition 1, okay, x component muna tayo. So, since ang ino-observe natin ay rain, ito yung object observed natin, siya dapat yung nasa left side. At ito namang observer natin ang nasa right side ng ating equation. So, we have here velocity ng rain equivalent sa velocity ng train plus the velocity of rain as observed in the train. Okay, since x component yung hinahanap natin, magkakaroon lang yan ng mga subscript na x. So, in this case, our VRX is, kung mapapansin ninyo, yung component ng x natin ay towards this direction. So, this is our velocity ng rain x component and this is the velocity ng rain y component. Okay? So, negative. So, we have negative VR. Since yung angle natin ay measured from the vertical, so yung x component natin will be sine theta r. Okay? And that is equal, ang horizontal velocity ng train at condition 1 ay 15. Okay? So this is equal to 15 and hindi natin alam yung relative motion ng ating train with respect to x. Now, let's solve this naman using y component. Establish muna natin yung y component natin. By the way, i-transpose natin to on the other side. So we have here BR over t of x is negative BR sine theta r minus 15. Let's solve for VR over t muna. So as for the y component, similar approach lang din tayo. We have BRY equal to BTY plus BR of train with respect to y. Alright. Sige. So, the y component of rain, negative pa rin. That is BR cosine. Kasi pababa kaya negative. Positive sense natin ay upward. Cosine theta R measured from the vertical equal to, so wala itong vertical component kasi horizontal lang yung motion natin. So, this is 0 plus BR of train with respect to y. So, our BR over T, y is negative VR cosine theta R. So, wala tayong any values. But ang alam natin is that our angle ng rain with respect to train is 30 degrees for C1. And since this is measured from the vertical, so we can say that tangent 30 degrees is equivalent, again measured to sa vertical, so ang nakalagay dapat sa itaas ay si x. So negative BR sine theta R minus 15 over BR negative cosine theta R. So wala pa tayong na-solve, sabihin muna natin ito equation 1. Okay, sa mga nagtatanong, kung naaalala nyo, the formula of theta, di ba yan ay galing lang din sa theta, inverse tangent ng opposite. So in this case, ang opposite natin ay si BRT of x over BRT of y. Si x yung nasa itaas natin kasi measured yung ating angle from the vertical axis. So this is our equation 1. Punta naman tayo sa ating condition number 2. Again, unahin natin yung x component. Kung mapapansin ninyo, pareho lang, mababago lang ito, magiging instead na 15, magiging 24 lang yung velocity natin. So we can say for the x component, or for C2 rather x component, we have VR over Tx is equivalent to BR sine theta R minus 24. Napalitan lang ito. Okay? And similarly, our BR with respect to Ty is negative BR cosine theta R. So sabi ng problem, our theta from the vertical is 45 degrees. So therefore, tangent 45 degrees is equivalent to x is negative BR sine theta R minus 24 all over our y na negative BR cosine theta R. So in this case, alam natin na yung tangent 45 degrees ay equivalent sa 1. So therefore, we have negative BR sine theta R minus 24 is equal to negative BR cosine theta R. So aangat lang ito doon. Okay? Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng negative BR cosine theta R dito. Okay? The tangent 45 equivalent yan sa 1. Ano? Kasi kapag 45 degrees equal si x at saka si y component of motion. So dito, pwede nating ilipat yung BR, yung may BR dito para lahat ng BR ay nasa left side. So we have BR sine theta R. So magkakaroon ng plus BR cosine theta R equivalent to 24. Factor out natin si BR, magiging negative sine theta R plus cosine theta R equivalent to 24, or our BR is just simply 24 over, unahin ko si cosine kasi positive siya, minus naman yung sine natin. Okay, so may formula na tayo ng BR. Let's call this our equation 2. At i-substitute natin siya pabalik doon kay equation 1. So, i-copy ko lang ito. Paste natin. Then, lahat ng value ng BR natin, ipapalit natin ito. No? Okay, so i-copy ko to. Copy. So, hindi natin pwedeng i-cancel si BR ha, kasi may 15 doon. So, I think better na i-rewrite na lang natin para mas madali. So, we have here negative 24 sine theta r over, ay, ano ba to? Sine to. Ba't naging SOR? Cosine. Nasama siguro sa pagbura. Cosine theta r. Okay? Over cosine theta r minus sine theta r minus 15 all over negative, ulit tayo ng 24 cosine theta r divided by cosine theta r. Hindi natin pwedeng i-cancel ha kasi may minus ditong katabihan. So, hindi natin maka-cancel out yung cosine. Ganon din yung sine dito. You might wonder, bakit sir nasa loob yung sine? Ilalabas mo lang din kasi dito yan. So, ilagay mo na lang din sa loob ng ating equation. Okay? So, dito, we can use either shift solve or pwede kayong gumamit ng ibang techniques. But I suggest shift solve na kasi may calculator naman tayo. So, we have here on tangent 30 alpha equals sa negative 24 sine alpha x over cosine alpha x minus sine 20 alpha x minus 15 over negative 24 cosine alpha x. Be mindful lang sa pagtatype, baka mamali tayo, no? Cosine x minus sine alpha x. Oops. Again, this is measured from the vertical. So, i-shift solve natin around random 25 degrees. Random lang. Pili lang tayo ng any random positive number as our initial assumption. Uy. Yan. Uy, ang tagal ng shift solve natin. Alright, tagal ah. Ikot na yata. Tagal ng shift solve. So while waiting, let me just prepare this slide for the second equation. Copy. Paste. Mukhang mag-AC quit tayo dito ah. Ang tagal. So the angle is negative 7.241 degrees. So negative, ibig sabihin, in reality, our rain ay nandito. And that is, the angle na to is 7.241 degrees. So papunta dito yung rain natin, nagmukha lang siyang papunta sa kaliwa dahil doon sa mabilis na takbo ng ating train. Okay? Now let's solve for the velocity. So for the velocity, we can use this one. Okay? So we have 24 over cosine alpha x minus sine alpha x. We have our VR is 21 equal 21.465 meters per seconds. Meters per seconds ba to? Kilometers per hour. Kilometers per hour. 1.465. So that is our answer. So kung gusto mo namang makuha to in meters per seconds, divide mo lang siya sa 3.6. So 21.465 divided by 3.6. Kung meters per seconds yung choices, it is 5.9625 meters per seconds. Ayan. So in case na meters per second. Okay, so let's try to solve this same sample problem naman using the graphical method or yung triangle, no? Graphical na lang para hindi tayo mahirapan sa pangalan. Wala naman kasing exact name na ginamit. So, graphical method na lang tayo. Again, si graphical method, helpful siya gamitin kapag ka yung ating mga motion ay rectilinear, moving on a straight line lang, ano? So, hindi ko pa siya natatry on a curvilinear motion. You can try also, but again, hindi ko pa nga natatry, so I cannot vouch for it. So, again, our general solution here, since we are trying to observe the velocity of the rain, so we have here BR is equivalent to BT plus BR over T. Ano? Saan galing ito? Again, we are trying to observe the velocity of the rain while moving on a train. Rain, train. So, BR over T. Kapag andito sa side na to, nandito yung observed, andito naman si observer, at ito naman yung ating relative motion. Okay, yan lang lagi yung setup natin. Okay, so let's try to draw the real thing. Sabi natin kanina nung nagsosolve tayo, habang gumagalaw horizontally yung train, in reality, yung rain natin is nagpupur dito. At ang angle na ginagawa niya from the vertical ay 7.241. So this angle ay wala pala tayong value kasi isosolve nga pala natin using graphical. Let's call this theta. This is our BR and then our train is moving towards this direction. Now, similar case, meron dalawang case yung problem pero in general, i-drawing natin kung ano yung nangyayari. Kung ito yung nasa ating left side, therefore, magkakonekta dapat si BT and si RT kapag kinonect natin yung dalawang lines. Unahin kong i-drawing si BT. Ang velocity ng train natin ay towards this direction. Horizontal lang. Okay? While our rain is meron siyang certain angle from the vertical. So, ito naman yung V ng rain natin. At an angle theta from the vertical. Now, according to the problem, lahat ng ating raindrops appears vertical and to be directed to the left. So, vertical and papunta sa kanan. So, lahat ng rain natin ay pa ganito. So, ito naman ngayon, nakakonekta pa kay train, yung ating BR over T. No? Okay? So, nag-meet sila dito. Now, meron tayong dalawang condition. Yung unang condition natin, ito raw ay 30 degrees kapag ang velocity ay 15. So, tawagin natin itong theta r with respect to time. Okay? Yan theta na yan din ito. Theta r with respect to time. And similarly, ito rin ay theta. Okay? From our side here. So, dito, lipat natin dito. Yan. So, meron tayo nito. Okay. So, ito, theta r over t. Ito, alam natin, right angle to, vertical and horizontal. So, we can compute this angle. Tawagin natin tong beta. Wherein our beta is 90 minus theta r over t. Okay? So, now in this case, we can use cosine law or sine law. Pero since mga acute yung angles natin, mas magandang gamitin si sine law kapag lahat ng angles ay less than 90 degrees. No? So, sige, try natin using sine law. Establish natin yung sine law. So, our sine law, since ito beta, ito BR, we can say that BR over sine beta is equivalent kay BT, the velocity of the train, over sine theta plus theta r with respect to the train. Okay, wag na nating isama tong si BR over 3 kasi madadagdagan lang yung unknown natin. Ang hinahanap lang naman sa atin ay si theta and si BR. So for case 1, okay, na-establish na natin yung sine law ha. For case 1 natin, sabi ng problem, our theta r over t is 30 degrees at ang velocity naman ng train ay 15 kph. Kung ito 30 degrees, we can compute for beta which is 90 minus 30 degrees or our beta on case 1 is 60 degrees. Establish na, i-apply natin to kay sine law. Unknown ang ating velocity ng rain. Then our sine beta is sine 60 degrees. Equivalent, ang velocity ng train natin ay 15 kilometers per hour over sine. Unknown si theta plus our theta r with respect to t. Nasanay ako sa time kaya maliit yung t. 30 degrees. Okay? So we can say here that our BR is 15 sine 60 degrees over sine theta plus 30 degrees. Okay, puntahan naman natin si case 2. Pagdating kay case 2, ang observation naman natin ay yung theta ng rain with respect to train is 45 degrees. Okay? And the velocity of the train is 24 kph. So our beta here is 90 minus 45 or beta is 45 degrees. So balik tayo kay sine law. We have here BR over sine 45 degrees equivalent to 15 over sine theta plus 45 degrees. So VR is 15 sine 45 degrees over sine theta plus 45 degrees. So, dalawang solution ng BR, we can say dapat equal sila. Therefore, we have here 15. Copy na lang natin. Work smart, do not work hard. Ay, joke lang. Copy. Paste ko na lang dito. Yan yung isang side natin. And that should be equal daw. Copy. Paste. Yan. Correction dito. Ang velocity ng train natin is no longer 15. This should be 24. Ngayon ko lang napansin. Nakopya natin. Ayan. So, tama. 24. Okay. So, here we can solve for theta. Okay. So, we have, pwede nating i-shift solve. Pwede kayong mag-transposition. Your call. Okay. Ako, mag-shift solve ako kasi mas madaling mag-antay sa case na to kasi may mga trigonometric function. Sine 45 over sine alpha x plus 45. So, pag nag-shift solve ako, since alam natin yung sagot, piliin natin yung gitna ng choices. So, 7 na lang pipiliin ko assuming na yun yung gitna ng choices para malapit. Let's say, ang choices mo, A, B, C, D. Ang choices mo, 7, 8, 6, 5. Piliin mo yung gitna. So, roughly around 6 or 7. So, 6.5. Piliin mo pag nag-shift solve ka. Kaya initial value mo para malapit na. So, ang bilis, 7.24 degrees. So, similar doon sa ating unang solution. And then, i-remove lang natin yung isang side ng equation nung ginawa nating shift solve. Masosolve na natin yung BR. Tanggalin lang natin yung equal mula dito sa part na to. Iwanan lang yung isang BR. Our BR now is 21.465 kph. So, we have two solutions, the same answer. Meron pa sana tayong pangatlo pero similar lang yon ng rectangular components. Okay? So, let's move on to our next topic, sample problem number